Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ask Anthony. This is Anthony Peluso here, CEO and founder of Wealth for Life and Australian property expert when it comes to all things real estate investment and financial solutions. So, today's topic, one that I see quite a bit is, are you a wealth creator or are you a property investor? Okay, because they are two different things. So what do I mean by that? Well, here we have in Australia people getting into real estate investment, okay? It's been a fantastic wealth creation vehicle for 50, 60 years, right? And people do quite well out of it. But the question I have for people is, what is it that you're trying to achieve when it comes to investing in real estate? Because you have a lot of people that go out there and they go buy property for investment purposes without really setting a goal or a plan, okay? And they really don't know why they're actually even doing it, okay? It's property investing in Australia, in case you haven't noticed, has become, a hobby, everyone's favorite pastime. Just have a look at the shows on TV, the highest rating shows, things like The Block and Renovation Rescue. It catches a lot of attention. So everybody's into this real estate investing in Australia, okay? And that's fine, and it is a great way to build wealth. But what we constantly advise our clients, and one of the first questions we ask is, why are you doing this? What is it that you're trying to achieve? Okay? Because a wealth creator, and the difference between a property investor and a wealth creator is this. A wealth creator goes out there to create wealth. Property is like a secondary. Okay, it's a byproduct of creating wealth. Okay, so a wealth creator puts systems in place. Okay, he has an end goal. Okay, and then he works backwards to understand and to realize what it is that he needs to do today. Okay, but he always starts with an end goal. Okay, then he puts the pieces in place as he sees fit to help him achieve that end goal. So where you've got property investors, they go out and just buy property for the sake of buying property. They don't understand how to leverage the first into the second and the second into the third. They don't understand, they don't have an exit strategy. They haven't taken into account how they're going to treat their capital gains tax. They haven't taken into account how to become debt-free. They haven't understood their cash flow both pre-tax and after-tax. They haven't taken into consideration things like depreciation. They haven't taken into account income tax, land tax, stamp duty, and how to leverage that to their advantage. More importantly, they don't really know where they're going. They buy property for the sake of buying property, but they've never done the math, they've never done the planning to know when enough is enough, or when you don't have enough. Okay? Now, a true wealth creator, the first thing he looks to do is to build a system. Okay, because then he can duplicate, then he can actually duplicate his strategy over and over and over again, even to a point where he can take himself out of the picture, okay? Because that's what a system actually does, okay? It enables you to do something efficiently many times over, getting economies of scales and efficiencies the more times you do it. And it should help you get to where you want to get to much, much faster. So a wealth creator has like a set of criteria, okay? They understand their end goal, and the end goal could be something like, I want to retire, or I want to, get to a point where I'm cash flowing a passive income of, say, $300,000 per annum for the rest of my life, right? As an example. He then, or she then, works backwards to understand how to achieve that, and they put all the things in place to go towards achieving that. And property just becomes a part of that. Where a property investor makes property the sole purpose of everything he's doing. They take very little account into things like taxation, asset protection, pre-tax position, after-tax position, leveraging, joint ventures, different purchasing entities, exit strategies, debt reduction, how to use debt to fund debt, how to use equity to leverage into different asset classes, how to get that right combination and ratio of capital appreciation and cash flow, how to create instant income, how to have a retirement strategy and a more aggressive strategy. A wealth creator takes all of that into account, okay? So when you're looking to build wealth, make sure you know exactly the difference between a property investor and a wealth creator. Very few property investors actually create wealth. Okay, I'll say that again. Very few property investors actually become wealth creators, okay? Because too much of their attention is on the property, okay? You need to look at creating wealth, because at the end of the day, you don't care about the property, okay? You know, this is not a game around property. This is a game around money. But too many people put their attention on property, not the money, okay? So don't get too fixated with the property piece, because there's many, many pieces that need to come into play for you to actually create wealth. So have an end goal, understand what it is you're looking to achieve, so then you know when you get there. You know when you've gotten there, and more importantly, you know if you've actually fallen short. Okay, so you're measuring your progress, you're keeping a track on your portfolio, you're measuring your cash flow and your capital appreciation, you're measuring your net worth. All right, so understand the difference between being a wealth creator and a property investor, okay? Property investor really, they don't have a system. They kind of just buy stuff ad hoc. They'll buy an apartment here, a townhouse there, some established property over here. Then they'll venture interstate and buy property off the plan and some stuff in, you know, other parts of Australia, without really having a clear strategy. And more importantly, how each asset actually impacts the other assets, okay? But a true wealth creator has their game plan in place. They have an end goal. They always start with an end goal first, and then they work backwards. And then they know exactly what it is they need to be, what they need to do in order to what they need to achieve, okay? So a wealth creator doesn't have, he doesn't sit in mystery, okay? He doesn't have any guesswork. He's mapped out exactly what he needs to do, okay? And he takes everything into account, not just property. A property investor really doesn't go past two to three properties and then gets stuck, okay? Because he hasn't taken into account how to continue to borrow money, how to leverage himself across multiple lenders, how to use a combination of cash flow and equity, how to use working income versus passive income to his advantage. So they're always stuck at the end of each investment cycle, or at the end of each investment purchase, where a wealth creator never gets stuck, okay? They plan for the big picture, but they also understand how to get the short-term goals as well, which are part of the big picture, all right? So make sure you know the difference between a property investor and a wealth creator, okay? If you're looking to make the big bucks, the big scuttle, as we call it at our house, make sure you understand the difference between wealth creation, being a wealth creator, and a property investor, okay? Wealth creator builds systems, right? Uses a number of asset classes, leverages the tangible and the intangible, and you know, looks at the big picture, monitors it daily, monitors it weekly, regularly, and can make a move as he sees fit, in order to impact the bigger picture, okay? Property investors really don't know what they're doing past their next purchase, okay? And that's the big difference, okay? So give us a call on 1300 793 877. We have put so many people on the path to financial freedom as wealth creators. We've got this amazing software that helps you predict your financial future for the rest of your life. And that's really what you need to do if you're looking to build wealth. Understanding your starting position, your end position, and then we show you what the things are that you need to do in between, okay? It really is that simple, okay? So give us a call on 1300 793 877 if you're in Australia, or wealthforlife.com.au. We'd love to have a chat to you. I hope you've gotten something out of this Ask Anthony episode. Please ask questions, share the link, share the video. We love your feedback. There's no such thing as crazy questions or dumb questions. We even like the haters. We even like the guys that seem to think that this is too good to be true and this is not a real thing. We invite all feedback, and we'd love to be able to sit down with you, your friends, and your family, and help you understand and help you get to that next level in your life financially. And you know, life's amazing. Life is amazing when you have your financial goals in place where money doesn't become a deterrent, right? Or a distraction or something that, it constantly evades you, okay? Get your money right in 2019. I keep telling our clients that. Don't make these New Year's resolutions. Here we are, already into May, and I'm still talking about New Year's resolutions, right? Don't make these New Year's resolutions and then forget about them and then revisit them again on the 31st of December or 1st of January next year, okay? Life is moving quickly, in case you haven't noticed, okay? Money will become a problem for you, I promise you, at some point in your life, if you don't confront it and address it, okay? Avoid it now because you're working 9 to 5, you're making a good income, it's Friday night, it's Saturday night, you're going out on the weekend, you're enjoying life and all that kind of stuff. That's a distraction, okay? That's because you're working, you're having to work for money, okay? At some point, whether you like it or not, you're going to have to stop working, okay? Everybody will get to that point, okay? And you'll understand the cost of the decisions you make today at that point that you stop working later on, okay? So don't avoid this money conversation with your partner. Don't avoid this money conversation with us. More importantly, with yourself, okay? You will run into money problems later on. I don't care how much income you're on, right? Unless you confront it now. And the earlier you confront it, the earlier you start having a conversation with us about it, the better position you put yourself in, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Ask Anthony. Love your feedback. And we'll see you in about 7 days.